Hey guys, Cool Guy T258 here, back with another 3D printing video, and today we're going to talk about how to run a 3D Hubs hub. So if you've never actually heard of 3D printing, your first question might be, what is 3D printing? And that, my friend, I will explain right now. 3D printing, well, on our FFF type printer, is actually when you take filament that is heated up and comes out through the nozzle and is layered on top of each other to make a set product that is made on the computer. So it's actually really cool, in fact. You can actually make anything. I mean, I've heard they've actually made food 3D printers, which is really cool. So now that you know the basics of 3D printing, you're probably asking, what is 3D Hubs? Well, I'll explain that also. 3D Hubs is a website where people and other people that have 3D printers can either post their 3D printer and they can offer services to print other people's prints, or if you don't have a 3D printer, or if you do and you want to experiment with other materials that you don't currently own, you can search for a hub online and order a 3D print. And no, actually, you can upload your own files, so it's not like set files they can only print, like you can only select from these 5. You can actually upload almost any file. Of course, it has to be accepted by the hub owner, has to be able to be printed, but other than that, if it's printable, then woohoo, you're golden. You got a 3D print. So now that we've explained all this, we're actually going to start on the 3D Hubs process, because I'm actually going to show this all from the 3D Hub side, because I actually do have a 3D Hub myself called Uprintify. So let's get started. So now that I've signed into my 3D Hubs profile, I'll actually go through quickly how to 3D print your own thing when you're on the customer side. So you just click this 3D print button. You upload your file. Sadly, I don't actually have a file. You choose the material you want to print in, and it's recommending. And then you select your hub, and you say wherever you are. It's telling this because of my location. And you select your hub. So as I mentioned earlier, my hub is, actually I don't know if I did. If I didn't, here's my hub, Uprintify, and it's showing at the top, obviously, because I'm signed into my account, and it's actually the only one in Grand Prairie. Something to keep in mind. Anyway, a lot less self-promotion now. You go see details, and you select your material, and you select your color and your resolution. And the lower the resolution, or sorry, the lower the microns, the more detailed it is. So we offer all these colors. I'll go through it later, and I'll go through the materials later. But moving on to the hub side. So now I've moved on to my hub profile, and you can see here it's got my banner, my title, and I know it says in the Edmonton area, but that is the biggest area, closest area to me. So, because obviously I'm in Grand Prairie. So here I can put my own banner, I can put my title here, right there, my profile picture, or my location, and here it's showing my average review. So it's collecting it on service, communication, print quality, speed, and that's the average. So I have my delivery options here, DHL, FedEx, and Canada Post. Other information, it's not really useful, it's just response time, active since, and invoices. I can't print invoices. And here's my about, reviews, the printer I offer. I really don't know why it's a question mark, and you can't change it. Oh, I just think they don't have a picture for the printer, so that's actually not my fault. Anyway, so the two different materials we have, PLA and PETG, colors, and this is the thing that it suggests. So now we'll go on to my orders, because I've just I made a second account
we'll actually ask Dark Carbon 5 to place an order. And this is actually how you go through it. So to start our order, we just click onto this, and we're directed to order 3744-264, and we get all the details for this. I get a red decline order and a green accept order button, and I'll come back to those later. Hey Thomas, can you? So how 3D Hubs works is you only start printing after you get payment. This is so that you don't get fraud, and so that the hubs get gypped out of their money and they start printing and then they lose money. And hubs always are responsible to finish the print. So after 24 hours, the customer will give an option. So if I don't reply in 24 hours, they get an option to cancel, which is acceptable. So for this, we selected black, PLA, and 100 micron layer height, and resolution. This is just a resolution. And we picked DHL, didn't really matter. And we've made a Marvin, which is kind of the standard for 3D Hubs to do tests of prices, and here's the price. They take a charge of 12.5%, sorry, excluding VAT tax. And so I can reply now and say, actually, here's I download it, and here's to send a picture if I took a picture of the order. And we're going to accept it because we know we can. But if we can't, actually, we can decline. And we can say, it can be if they don't fit, not available, we don't have the requested material, all these, and spam. But anyway, let's go back and let's actually accept. So now, once I accept this, I can make a comment and say, hello, Dark Carbon. I spelled carbon wrong. Carbon 5. I have just accepted your order and we'll start printing as soon as I can. So yeah, you can say anything. It's not like you have to say a set thing. Like I can literally say, I like waffles. They really allow you to say whatever you want. And also it gets an automated message, the 1 hour, if you have any questions. This is just automated. I can't actually change that. I can change the time, and I can add additional services. Actually, we've had that once before. We were making a pie case that looked like a PlayStation, like the original PlayStation. And we had to print it in gray, and they actually wanted it with the logo was like, it had a Raspberry Pi logo on top, and they wanted it in red, green, and the Raspberry Pi words in black. So actually, for additional services, we actually took a Sharpie and we outlined it. And it actually looks really cool, and I'll just show it right here. Whoa, so cool. So it's actually kind of cool. You get a lot of different things, but of course you don't have to charge for everything. We didn't actually charge for that, but that's just an example. And I can update, if I had multiple printers, I could switch it to another printer if they wanted, if they don't know what material they want, and if they don't know what color they want. You could literally say, I don't know, and you describe your changes. So now I have to wait for payment, so we'll be right back after Dark Carbon 5 pays. So I've just gotten payment now from my good friend Dark Carbon 5, and so now we can print the order. And I actually made a mistake and forgot to mention and talk about payment and stuff. So I did mention the customer pays $5, but I actually only get $424. So you can see how, because you can see they got a 12.5%. I already talked about that. And I actually get paid through PayPal, and the customer can pay through PayPal or credit card, which is actually pretty handy. So now that I've received payment, let's get started on to the next step. But first, I actually forgot to mention about advisory of my customers. So as a hub, I get a lot of questions about materials, which to use, PLA or PETG. I clicked the wrong thing, sorry. Because as I offer PLA and PETG. So the difference is PLA is more decorative, yet more fragile. It does look nicer, and it's definitely cheaper. The only thing is, though, it's more fragile, as I said, and it actually has a lower melting temperature. So if you actually want to use it for like stuff, that might be a con. I mean, if you're just using it for decorative, fine. But if you're actually using it for like Raspberry Pi, etc., it can melt, and that is not good. So PETG, it's not that it's more ugly, it's just more like for use. Obviously, we don't offer as many colors in it because, yeah. And it is more expensive, but you're paying for the quality. So I usually advise people I ask them, do you want it for decorative or do you want it for use? And whatever they answer, I say, okay, so you might want PLA, PETG, blah, blah, blah. For PLA, we actually offer black, white, red, orange, yellow, blue, light gray, and gray. And PETG, we offer black, white, red, dark orange, dark yellow, dark green, and blue. And yeah, so I'll go actually through that later.
So sadly, that does conclude our time for this video. Where I will go into more detail with the materials, and I'll finish the hub process in the next part. Sorry we couldn't fit it all in this video, but it'd be a huge video. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see ya later.
Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you could help me out by leaving a like or commenting. If you don't want to leave a like or comment, that's okay. Just viewing my videos really helps me out. If you did leave a dislike, please tell me why, as I'm always trying to improve my videos. For more unboxings and gaming videos, be sure to subscribe for new content every week.